Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the Chop Shop video podcast. I'm your boy F Tank 58, apathetic on Twitter. I got my boy with me. Go ahead, bro. Who you be?
It's your boy Rock, you know what I'm saying? The agent of chaos.
We're
At
rocking the
Rocket,
house.
yeah, at Rocketti Red.
All right, we're gonna get into some stuff today, man. We got the playoffs coming up, so we'll talk a little bit of playoffs. Talk about some of the what we saw with the Nets with KD, CP3, how he's been going crazy, closing out the Pelicans. James Harden, is he washed? Is he not? We're gonna try to talk about that. Get into some of this, the Utah Jazz and how kind of their season went out. Get into it straight into it with this Alperen Sengun Pau Gasol comparison. We got the video on the Chop Shop YouTube page. If you haven't watched it already, make sure you click the Chop Shop link and go to our page and check out that video comparing Pau Gasol to Alperen Sengun. And the main thing with this comparison, I've been getting a lot of different points of views on it. Some people took it literally, like saying that Pau Gasol and Sengun are the same player. That was not my point with that. The comparison that I seen with them is really their fit with the guards they play with because they have similar games. And to me, if you want to compare a lot of these European players, whether it's Jokic, whether it's Powell, whether it's Mark Gasol, whether it's Shangoon, Sabonis, they all play pretty similar, similar styles of games, Rock. They are good passers, pretty good in the post, high IQ players. The thing I like about Powell is that he was able to take his game and fit it next to one of the most highest usage players in NBA history, Kobe Bryant. So looking at that, I thought that they would have a great, way to connect with Jalen because we know what Jalen's probably going to turn out being, one of the highest scorers in the league in a couple of years. And a lot of people were kind of doubting Alperin about what he could be because of Jalen. Because when you think of Shangun Rock and the comps, what's the number one comp everybody make?
They say Jokic,
And who is Jokic is what, an MVP, right? MVP
MVP.
caliber player.
Yep.
Now, would you imagine a world where Alperen Sengun is an MVP caliber player playing like Jokic, where Jalen is like one of the best players in the league?
Man, this is something that's been burning me up since the season started, honestly. Since after game one. I I don't wanna say that Sengun doesn't have that type of potential. You know what I'm saying? I don't wanna throw dirt on his game or anything like that, but you're crazy if you think that Alperen Sengun is going to be a better player than Jalen Green. You're crazy if you think that Jalen Green is going to be the Robin to Alperen Sengun's Batman. There's not a world or universe or multiverse or anything you want to come up with where I see that happening, bro. And you see it up and down the timeline. Oh, Sengun made this behind the back pass, bro. He made the pass at the timeout. It didn't count. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy to me, bro. Man, I just wish people would wake up. We always get this whenever we get an international player. Everybody want to start throwing, you know what I'm saying, stuff around.
Mm.
Oh, this person's gonna be this person's gonna be that. But let's just be real, yo. Alperen Sengun has a long way to go. He has a very long
He
way to
does.
go. You know what I'm
He
saying?
does. I'm a big Shangun fan myself. So, but you're spitting facts because I think one thing NBA fans tend to do is like find the best player ever and compare some rookies to them. And to me, the reason I like the Pau Gasol comparison because, like you said, Pau was an All Star caliber player. He actually made All Star teams. You know what I mean? And when he was in Memphis before he got traded to the Lakers, ironically for his brother Marc Gasol, um, he was like their best player. But the thing was that when he got next to Kobe, he kind of fell in the line of where he was supposed to be. And as we know in this league, Pau Gasol is not going to win you a championship, right? Even if he was the best player, I think Memphis, they were like first, second round exits most of them years. And it was until he got with a guard, a two guard, that was the man that allowed him. But the thing with his game is that he had to fit with Kobe and not the other way. And Kobe adjusted too, but he had to fit with Kobe. So you definitely spitting facts. Having like Jokic be your best player. Then I had people, bro. Somebody commented that he could be Jokic and Jalen could be, bro, Jamal Murray, bro.
Bro, I'm so glad you brought that up, bro. I'm so glad you brought that
Jamal
up.
Murray. I was like, what?
Yo, people killed me so much at the beginning of the season. Whenever Jalen was in his slump and Sengun was having these flashes, if you will, people killed me because they were throwing those comps out there, and I was like, "Yo, you're crazy if you think Jalen is Jamal Murray." I don't know what to tell you, but you're absolutely crazy. And that's not. I'm not. You know, what I'm saying, disrespecting Jamal Murray's game. He's a great player. You know what I'm saying, but yo, Jamal Murray hasn't accomplished a damn thing in his time as a player.
Well,
Jalen.
nah, he dropped 50 in the bubble, but
Oh no,
you
no,
don't get a
yeah, that's
banner for that.
yeah, no,
You
no,
don't
no.
get a banner.
That's Mickey Mouse award, bro. We don't,
They
bro,
gave him a Mickey ring, bro.
bro went to Disneyland and did that, bro. That don't count, bro.
Oh Lord.
But nah, yo, I'm glad you brought that up because I got a stat for you, bro. I got a
All
stat
right,
for
let
you.
me hear this. Let me hear this.
Okay, so Jamal Murray in his second year, his average was 16.7 points per game, and he shot that on 45%. Okay, he played 31 minutes and he played 81 games that year. This was before his takeoff. So this was the season before he just made that leap. Bro, in Jalen Green's rookie year, he averaged 17.3 on 42.6%. He played the same amount of minutes and he played less games in his first year compared to Jamal Murray's sec. Bro, he's already eclipsed Jamal Murray as far as trajectory. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That you can't even compare these two based on, like, I don't know what people are seeing or why people are going with this narrative, but bro, Jalen even surpasses Kobe, T Mac. Like, it's a lot of players that he's just passed as a rookie. Kobe didn't boom until his third year, bro. T Mac didn't boom until his fourth year. And Jalen is averaging more than these guys did, shooting around the same percentage and played less games. Like, bro, that you can't rob in Jalen. I'm sorry. I don't know
Okay.
what to tell him. I don't know what to tell him, bro.
Yeah, we gonna agree on that one because he passed up a couple of people, especially towards the end of the season, and I know a lot of people are down on him throughout the year, but man, that dude is special, man. And I think if he turns out to be Jamal Murray, then something went wrong. Something
Terribly.
went wrong. Yeah, something went terribly wrong. And I'm a big Alperen Şengün fan, and if to me, even if he's an all star, like I think he will be an all star. Honestly, I think him and Jalen are going to be all star players, maybe all NBA together, all that good stuff. And if the Rockets want to reach the top of the mountain, trying to get that ring, bro, it got to come off that backcourt somewhere or on the wings. It's not, especially with the style of play that Alpern plays with. That's not what's going to win you a championship. As we're watching these games, and we'll talk about some of these other guards and wings coming up. They're the ones that control the game and control the narrative. And if you don't have one of those guys, you ain't winning nothing, bro. You can't win with a joke. Even if Jamal Murray was there, at the end of the day, a big is a big, bro. And there's only so much they could do with the game because you'll notice even in the Denver series, a lot of these Austin Rivers and them was taking the last shot. That's a no bueno. I don't need that, bro. So, I mean, just for the people, like we love Shangoon. The thing we're just saying is that he can't be our best player. Like he can't be. He can be our like right there, maybe 1B, but for them to work, we need Jalen to reach his full potential. And to me, when Jalen reaches 100 and Shangoon reaches 100, it's a different levels, and that's what we're gonna see. All
That's
right,
facts.
big fact. So we're gonna move on, man, to our next topic. We got, man, disappointing, bro. The Brooklyn Nets out there looking like the Houston Rockets, bro. They got swept brooms. They got vacuum, bro. It was so quick. It was a vacuum. It wasn't even a sweep. What happened, bro?
Bro, I'm gonna tell you it ain't Kyrie fault. So y'all
Uh,
gotta
they-
stop that. Don't even start on the Kyrie
I,
side.
bro, I ain't gonna lie. They got to. It's damn near everybody. Look, Rock, check this out, bro. I done pulled up. I pulled up some stats for KD's performance. He can't. I can't even say. I can't even say his name for KD's performance against the Boston Celtics, bro. This man in his career, I think he's been in the league 16, 17 years. He had the second lowest points per game. He had the second worst field goal percentage, fourth worst 3-point percentage. This man had the worst turnovers in his career. He was averaging 5.3 turnovers, bro, a game in the playoffs. That's bad, bro. He had more fouls than he's ever committed in his career. He has his worst plus minus ever by far. Not even close because he's never been a negative plus minus. He was a negative this year in his career, and he did all this playing the most minutes he's ever played in the playoffs. 44. He was playing the whole game. What went wrong, bro?
Bro, honestly, for me, I think this team, the way that Brooklyn set this team up, is disgusting. Honestly, like, bro, I know that they had the right intentions with bringing in Harden. Harden, KD, Kyrie. Okay, that's cool. Look at your supporting cast, though, bro. You went out and got Blake Griffin and Aldridge, and just fill in pieces that you expected was going to rise to the occasion with these guys. But let's just be real, bro. Those are just strictly role players at this point in time, and they're decent role players, but they're not good enough to take the attention off of the stars. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what we've seen in the series with Boston. You got KD and Kyrie getting basically, they got put into a jail cell. You know what I'm saying?
Clamped.
And who do you go to? You feel me? There's nobody else to go to. So I think that's just, hey, that's a front office. Like, Brooklyn is
It's
in hell right now, bro.
it's horrible. I mean, even to me, I mean, Steve Nash was out coached, outclassed. I mean, from top to bottom, they just got beat. They got beat. They got beat, bro. And if you think about it, bro, like team construction, like you pointed out, number one thing, they had lineups with Patty Mills, Kyrie, and like KD out there with Seth Curry, bro. Who you stopping, bro? Who are you stopping? Me, you, your daughters, my son could go out there and drop 50, bro, as a group on them boys.
Hey, I got
Like who
us.
you,
I got us, bro.
bro? Who we stop? Who, you gonna be MVP though? I ain't gonna lie, cause I'm trash, bro. I ain't gonna lie. But who we stop? Like the thing with like that team is built so terribly that it got so bad that we was happy when Blake Griffin came in and was drawn. Like, whenever you cheer for Blake Griffin at this point in his career, you did something wrong, bro. On a team with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, bro. Like Marks, their GM, bro. I don't know what he about to do. That man should be on all sorts of watch. He should be on. I don't know what they need to do him. He needs to check in somewhere because I know his life hell right now, bro. Not only that, bro. Throw in, listen, the Ben Simmons piece of this.
We didn't even talk about
We didn't
Ben.
even talk about Ben Simmons out there looking like the villain from the '90s Batman, bro. Looking like Tommy Lee Jones version of Two Face
Two
out there,
Face,
man.
bro.
You remember that, bro, from the old Batman?
Bro, hey, drip, hey, immaculate drip, bro, immaculate drip,
He was fly. Ben had the shades on. Come on, bro.
bro.
Like
Man. Hey, I'll touch on this lightly, bro. I think that their hearts are in the right places with what they're trying to do. But yo, I don't think this is I don't think he's faking it, bro. I honestly don't. I think that man seriously got some mental stuff going on, because if your mental is not right, bro, you'll start to manifest different things going on with you. You feel me? So if I wake up and I be like, yo, my finger is numb, my finger's not really numb, and I just keep saying, oh, my finger's numb, I'm gonna start feeling my finger tingle and all kind of stuff. You feel me?
yes,
So
sir.
as far as him going to the front office and saying like, "Yo, I think my back is still messed up," that right before he's supposed to play, that's definitely a mental thing, bro. And I really think he need help, and I hope he get it. You know what I'm saying? I just hate to see how all the fans ride down on him like horribly, bro. Like, he seriously got some things going on, bro.
That's big facts. And I mean, I know we was just capping on him a little bit, but for him to come out there, big props to him for showing up on the sidelines. But I know Brooklyn fans, they hate this man, bro. NBA fans ain't trying to hear, what you just said. And I'm with you. I'm a nurse on my real job. So what you described is accurate, bro. It's called psychosomatic disorders where people, you think something wrong with you, or you feel a certain way and your body started to manifest it, and it's like you'll feel the symptoms like for real. Like his back probably really do hurt to him, but it could be just mental, like you said. But I know them Brooklyn fans ain't trying to hear all that fancy medical stuff, bro. I seen some of the slander they put out on him. It's a shame because he would have helped them on that court so bad, bro. Because they needed just one person, one any human being they could throw at Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown, because it was a layup line trying to block them. So where do they go from here, bro? Like they got some picks that they got with the Harden trade. They still have Ben Simmons, you know what I mean? Whatever version they're going to get next year. They got to do the Kyrie contract thing coming up. You know what I mean? Where do you see them going from here with this team, bro?
Honestly, I think this is a situation where this actually works because if you look at Kyrie, Kyrie has always been an off-ball guard. You know, he might be dominant with the ball, but he's better suited off ball. When he's in Cleveland, you got LeBron. We know LeBron's a point guard. You know, it don't matter regardless of position that they say he is. He's a point guard, bro. So you got LeBron running these points and stuff like that. I think Simmons is kind of like in that same infrastructure with those guys. Like, bro, you got Simmons running the offense. I think you just need maybe like Claxton needs to develop more. I feel like Claxton can be a very good lob threat, bro. If he just needs to develop a little bit more and maybe they move a few pieces around, and I think they'll be all right, bro. I don't see them making a run at a championship. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I think they'll be decent enough to compete at least in the East.
That's a good point. And the Claxton piece, he remind me of young Clint Capella, skinny, wiry, and it took Clint about 3 or 4 years before you started seeing like, okay, this dude could be something. And I think with a team like Brooklyn, at least with Houston back then, we weren't really expected to do anything. But when you're a young dude on a championship team, it's like it's do or die.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the downfalls of being in that environment. It's like you got to produce now, or the fan base look at you like you just trash. And it's really hard to really develop players in that context when you got all that pressure. So I'm with you, bro. I think they have flexibility. You still got Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. One thing I did see Kevin Durant get exposed on was that this man is not able to control the game at a level like LeBron. You feel me? And to me, he's always benefited from being around a great ball guard, somebody that's on the ball, that's getting him set up. And for this one series, he was against not only just a regular defense, an elite defense that really took all his stuff away, and anything to help him out, like could have anything could have helped him out. I mean, his coach could have, but he didn't have nobody on the court to kind of get that attention off of him. And the argument between him and LeBron, to me, that's really my case for why LeBron is always to me a tier above him, above damn near everybody, is that LeBron controls the game. You know what I mean? He controls the game, and that kind of leads into our next topic of controlling the game, with your boy, the point guard CP3, man. CP3 been, bro, he been killing it, man. He's been killing it. Check these out, bro. This man is so you know his stats are never gonna overwhelm you. Like when you see his box score, he's doing 14 points a game, 10 assists, 4 rebounds in 32 minutes, shooting 49 from the field, 31 from three. So even you can see he's shooting 49. So a lot of those points are coming from his mid range game. So if his 3 point is that low and he's still a field goal average of 49, so you know his mid range is in the 50s, 83% from from free throw line. Nothing super impressive. Like 14 and 10. But check this out. In the fourth quarter, CP3 he's scored a playoff leading 61 points. He leads the playoff in field goal percentage for players that's played at least 3 games, and 66% from the field in the fourth quarter alone. And he has 18 assists in the fourth quarter to four turnovers. In the clutch, with 5 minutes or less, with the game within 5 points, he's shooting 71% from the field. For the entire playoffs, this man only has 9 turnovers, brother, to 68 assists. And for context, John Morant has 63 assists but got 25 turnovers. And James Harden got 61 assists with 21 turnovers. So what is this we seen from CP3, bro? Is this man actually getting better as he gets older? Or I thought our owner said that he was the worst contract in the league, bro. What's going on?
Man, I mean that's just another time we dropped the ball, bro. We dropped the ball, bidding on Harden. We put everything in Harden's hands. You know what I'm saying? And bro, we've put some guys around Harden where you would see like, oh, they washed. Even the Melo situation. Oh, Melo's
Right,
washed. Brother, Melo is developing to one of the best role players we've seen in a minute,
right.
bro. CP3 is looking like that guy again. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's not them, obviously. It has to be us, or it has to be who you was trying to put him around. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, take that how you want it. But Chris Paul is definitely the same Chris Paul he's been. You know what I'm saying? Like you can count on Chris Paul to give you that. And man, that's really what we need now. We need somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? That'll open up Jalen game so much. That'll open up everybody's game. We just had somebody to play that role, like you stated before. Just
Mhm.
get the ball up the court, bro. We don't need you to, come down and do a 360 windmill as a point guard, bro. We just need you to run the offense, bro. And when you run the offense, but run it to perfection, that's the results you get. You get that Chris Paul. You know what I'm saying? So I just wish more point guards would take that approach and actually want to be the point guard instead of being the man. You know what I'm
Uh,
saying? Because
That's facts.
if you be the
Big
point
facts.
guard and you're great at being the point guard, as a result of that is you're going to be that man. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of guys don't realize that they just want to come in straight out the gates. Oh, let me shoot the 3-pointer. Let me do this. You know what I'm saying? So, man, shout out to Chris Paul, man. He's never changed. He's still the same guy, and you're seeing the results of him just mastering his craft, bro, mastering the point guard position.
You man, I think people have really lost respect for one of the most important roles on a team, bro. And I think you feel it's like people are so infatuated with just scoring and all these like raw stats and like, oh, he's shooting this from the field or he. So, like I said, Chris Paul averaging 14 and 10, bro. Okay, big whoop. But when it's time, when the game get close, when it's time, when it's, you know what I mean, when it's time to let him hang, bro, that boy swinging out there. And it's certain people ain't built for that, and there's certain people that are built for that. And I think when you find one of those guys, it opens up everything for everybody. And it kind of ties in what we talk about with Kevin Durant. Like Kevin Durant's game isn't to be in the clutch controlling the game. He needs somebody to get him that. And honestly, that's not a skill you just like pick up. To me, it's a personality type. And it's not even just for guards. Like, and there's a lot of dudes that could control the game at different positions. And but if you don't have one of those guys on your team, man, you're not going to be successful. You might be successful in the regular season in some aspects, like the Nets were. But when it comes down to these playoff games where everybody knows every play, and we see it in every series that's been going on, whether it's Utah and Memphis, whether it's with Dallas and not Utah and Memphis, whether it's Memphis and Minnesota, whether it's Dallas and Utah, the guy that can control the game, Luca, Ja, they come. The teams that's advancing, bro. You're gonna see the teams that advance are the ones that are able to control the ball and not make all those turnovers. So, big shout out to Chris Paul. What he did against the Pelicans, just to me, big shame that we let him go. I wish we kept him. I would have been in favor of letting Harden go over him. I don't care what nobody says. I was that confident. He was our MVP in the playoffs when we took the Warriors to 7. And the day he got hurt, I knew it was over. I knew it was over. A lot of people want to go back in time and try to make. If y'all remember, he dragged us through that playoffs.
I,
Utah, 41, bro. Remember that game? Second round, 41. What was it like? 10 assists and no turnovers.
bro, you know what's crazy? None of that counts though. None of that matters because Harden had his way. So none of that matters,
I'm
bro.
I'm sorry, bro. That's that to me, man. I just remember all them games. Like he was like that game. I don't think it was the closeout game, but if we didn't win, if they had won, I think they might have took us to 7. We could have. He said, "Nah, we ain't going. Like we gonna end this," and he did that against the Pelicans. And I think if you Bill Simmons' podcast was going through all his closeout performances, this man is shooting like 70% from the field in closeout games.
And it's a smart 70%, bro. Like I don't think people realize this. Chris Paul plays the game at a crazy level, bro. The energy, the amount of effort that he puts in throughout the whole game, and you would think that this man is just tired and all this other stuff. All right, oh he's washed or whatever, but yo, when he pick his spots and he takes those shots or whatever, they're going in. 9 times out of 10, they're going in. He's not taking crazy, you know what I'm saying, erratic shots. He's taking shots he know he's going to make. Bro, we need more point guards like that, bro.
We
We
need
need
him.
more
Bring him
point
back.
guards like that.
He's surgical, bro. Every shot, bro. Every screen he calls is like 2, 3 steps ahead. I know. I don't know where I was listening to. They were pointing out that this man set a screen on Valachunas like 3 times just to confuse him, bro. Where he'll call Aiden up, set the screen, then Valachunas try to trap him. Then they trapped him one time. He said he called the screen off, called it again. Because when you trap somebody, you do it once and they kind of back out of it, then come back on it. It's unnatural for you to do the same thing again. So Valanciunas backed up a little bit and he just attacked him, like stuff like that. It's crazy. But I mean, we could move on from there, just from one guard, Rockets guard, to another former Rockets guard with your boy James Harden, and over there in Philly. I mean, doing his thing in the clubs with little baby. But I ain't gonna lie, he ain't really been doing his thing on the court as much as I like for James to play. Right now, in the playoffs, he's averaging 19 points per game, uh, 10 assists and 5 rebounds, bro. On 40% shooting from the field, 38 from three. Three and when your threes and twos right next to each other, I really don't like that either. So he's out here playing like a poor man's Eric Gordon, and I don't think this is enough for Philly to get to where they trying to go to, bro. What's going on with him, bro? What's up? What's up with your boy Harden? Is
Yo,
there too
I
many
don't.
honey buns, or what's going on, bro?
Hey, listen, man. I don't know who needs to hear this, bro. Matter of fact, the whole Rockets Twitter needs to hear this, yo. Yo, give it up, bro. He's washed. Give it up. I don't want to.
Not
I
wash.
I don't want to hear about, oh, we didn't appreciate his greatness. Blah, blah. Yo, get all that out of here, man. The man is washed. I don't want to hear, oh, he's transformed into a true point guard and all this. No, he has to take the back seat because Maxi is taking the spotlight, bro. Like, there's nothing you can do whenever you just don't have. And James Harden should have seen this coming, bro. He's one of the greatest scorers we've ever seen, but that's about all he got going for him, bro. His assists come from when he's being trapped, or you know what I'm saying. It's just BS. It's BS assists. It's not like the man is setting up anything. You know what I'm saying? Even when it came to the defense, where people like, oh, he getting these steals. Yo, he's playing a passing lane. I can go play the passing lane. You know what I'm saying? He's not locking anybody down and gripping them and stuff like that. He's just playing the passing lanes. You feel me? Anybody can do that. So my thing is, James Harden should have seen this coming. What separates the greatest of all time players is the fact that they evolved their game completely. Bro, he's still just that same scoring threat. Nobody looks at him and says, oh, well, he can do this too. No, they're only worried about his scoring. So if you take away that scoring element for him, oh, we can let him have the assist. We don't really care about that. You know what I'm saying? But let's say 6 times out of 10, when he passed that ball, that other person might not make that shot. So I'm comfortable with him throwing that ball off into the corner or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Man, I just feel like, bro, he didn't evolve his game. We should have seen this coming a long time ago because every year was the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Slowing up
Right.
the offense and just basic stuff. But people get so caught up on, oh, he's scoring this many points. You're not watching the whole game. You're not seeing how he affects the game. You're not seeing how he stalls out his teammates. You know what I'm saying? And yo, it's just that time for him. It's just that time, bro. Like, is over. I'm sorry. It's over. James Harden
Uh,
is washed, bro. He's
don't
washed.
say it.
He's washed. Hey, who is that guy on Twitter, bro? I think he's like a stan. I think it's like ACH or something like
Oh
that. You know who
man,
I'm
my
talking
man's
about?
out there fight. He
Yo,
fighting for his life, bro.
delete your account, buddy. Yo, delete it, bro.
Nah, don't tell
Delete it, bro.
Act. Don't
Get
tell
out of
Act
here,
delete his
bro.
account.
You washed
Nah,
with him, bro.
I'm gonna push back because I don't think he's completely washed. Because I put it. I think you did hit on one thing though, the evolution of his game, and like with the Chris Paul thing, my theory with Chris Paul and why he struggled in like 2019 and towards the end of his tenure in Houston was that style of play where you're expected to be an isolation god every play does not work, especially in the playoffs. And when you start to do that and you get a little older and you've been injured, you definitely don't have the explosion that you once used to be able to pull that off at any type of level. And so you have to do what Chris Paul did, which he's always had in his bag though, was that to play a different style, bro. and using motion, movement, using just your IQ to pick apart the defense, and having three level scoring. Not only being able to finish at the rim, the mid range is always there in the playoffs, and being able to shoot the three. And I think for Harden, just him never really leaning into that complete offensive package. As great as an offensive player as he is, he never really evolved his full repertoire. I remember on the that ESPN Plus show, Details, that Kobe used to do, where he narrated stuff for different players. His thing for James Harden was always like, he's too big not to be playing in the post, not on defense, on offense, bro. He said, James, you need to get in the post and post up these guards. You like the biggest guard, like girth wise. He the biggest guard in the league, bro. Like, you a big dude. Get in there, punish him. He said them, and Kobe added that you could rest while you're doing that, because that's a easy. It don't take no effort. Back a dude down, you resting, catch your breath, little turnaround. That's something that you could have. That's butter for you. And he just never really leaned into that full repertoire of his game. And now teams are playing him straight up like, we're not going to let you shoot your threes. You got to drive, and you can't drive because you're not explosive anymore. So he's leaning into fouls and doing all this stuff. And for him, to me, I think there's also a mental side to his game in the playoffs that he has to get over. And you see flashes. To me, every year he was improving on that. I think his age and injuries kind of, he's not injured right now, but I think his decline is kind of making him regress a little bit. Like right now, in the fourth quarters of the 6 games they play, Harden only scored 23 points and 9 assists, bro. Shooting 43% from the field and 40% from three. 3 point is pretty good, but he's a minus 14 in fourth quarters, bro. Total.
It makes sense. He's been a choke artist.
So I'm not gonna go that hard on James. I'm a fan of his, but man, bro, I just wish that he would get the memo. Like, bro, you need to be able to have a complete game. And I think this offseason, it might actually hit him in the head. Like, okay, this ain't it no more. Or we could be completely wrong and he's just hurt and come back and drop 50. But I mean, to me, the writing's on the wall, like you said.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it sounds good. He just washed, bro. That's just my. That's just,
The
that's
boy
just
said he
what I
just
gotta
was.
say, bro. Yeah, he
Damn
just
all that.
washed,
He
bro.
was.
Yeah, he was, bro. Like I don't know what to tell nobody, bro. And look, y'all can come at me all y'all want on Twitter. I really don't care,
Hey,
bro.
he
Bro
want the
washed,
smoke.
bro. Bro
He
washed,
want the
and
smoke.
most of Rockets Twitter washed too. So it really don't matter, bro.
He want the
Y'all
smoke. Y'all
fit
see?
hand in hand, bro.
Hey, y'all see? My man sitting on the demon throne or whatever
Oh
this
yeah,
is. So
yeah,
he ready
yeah,
for the
yeah,
smoke.
yeah, bro. We in Rockets Twitter hell, bro. So it is what it is, bro. Y'all come
I
with it.
Speaking of washed, we gonna move on to our next topic, man. The Utah, their whole state is washed right now because they just got beat by the Mavericks, bro. And I mean, talk about down bad, bro. That's to me, this is the equivalent of if the Rockets had lost to OKC in the bubble of down badness. Like, it was like no Luca for like damn near the whole series, bro. You
Three
got both of your
games,
guys. I, man, what they lost in 5 or 6.
5, I believe.
They got him out in 5. Then must have been 3 games because he was just coming back the game before the one they closed out. So no Luca for a majority of the series. Both of your guys relatively healthy. I know Donovan had a little tweak in the game before the closeout game, but your team is there. Like, what happened, bro? Like, what's going on with this franchise, bro? They have one of the best teams during the regular season. They always have the best teams during the regular season, but there's just something not clicking with Donovan and with Gobert, man. Do you see this duo staying together past this season?
Bro. They should have broke this up that year that Gobert touched all the mics,
Ah,
bro.
damn,
They
COVID.
should have,
They should
bro.
have traded him.
Mitchell let it be known he didn't want to play with this man, yo. He let it be known. And I mean, this is something that organizations do. They try to force relationships. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They try to, they're gonna look out for the best interests of their organization. They really don't give a damn about these players. Let's just be real. There's only certain instances where they do care about these players and their opinions. So I mean, they did what they had to do as far as, we're gonna keep Gobert, we're gonna keep Mitchell. They probably thought that they seen something that Mitchell wasn't seeing. You know what I'm saying? But yo, you can't force chemistry, bro. You just can't
That's
do it.
facts.
And these two, they haven't clicked in a long time, bro. It's like their game. They don't even try to tailor their games around each other. It's just like, yo, I'm gonna go out and do my thing. You go out and do your thing. It's just like
Mhm.
it's sad to watch, bro. It's very sad to watch. And like this organization, like people rank on Utah 24/7. You know what I'm saying? But I think that they want that to happen because, bro, they don't make any moves. I haven't seen them make any great moves in a long time, bro. Like nobody wants to go to Utah, bro. Let's just be real. Nobody's signing up to go to Utah. You just get traded there. You feel me? Or that's
Right.
the last destination at the end of the stop. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I think they're low key. Man, they might be in the same boat with Brooklyn, bro. They might, if they don't figure it out, they gotta blow it up, bro. It's time to blow it up. It's time
Man,
to blow it up.
I've heard some trade proposals for Gobert to for Ben Simmons, bro. What you think about that? I heard, yeah, I didn't say. I heard some.
Ah,
That's is that
man.
you know what I mean? That may be, you know what I mean. But to me, like you said, man, they're the duo for some reason isn't clicking. They don't have no synergy with each other. They're not playing well with each other. And just looking at their cap their salaries, man, they got them tied up next year. Between Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell, they owe them boys $68 million, bro, and just two players. So I'm thinking one of them probably gets traded. I'm thinking if I was like I was saying earlier, this league is a guard. It's a perimeter players league, bro. And to me, the big man at this point in time, you could have a big man that's like super dominant, like an Embiid, but you always need that guard. You're gonna need a James Harden. You're gonna need a Bradley Beal, whoever he's trying to get in there to be his. You know, what I mean, Shaq gonna need Kobe. You always need that wing or guard player to be able to because they can do more basically. And if I'm Utah, I'm shipping Rudy out because I mean he's a defensive player of the year and all that, but um, I would I know some people don't like Donovan, but I haven't seen Donovan in a different setting to really make any cases about what he could be or not. I kind of know what Rudy can be. But the way Donovan's starting his career, he's flashed in multiple playoffs that he can be that guy. This playoffs probably is one of his worst. You know what I mean? Probably aside from his rookie year, where he was playing with us and getting cooked. But like this year has been one of his worst. And to me, I would rather bet on Donovan Mitchell than Rui. Where do you stand on who gets shipped out?
As far as being shipped out, man, I don't. If I'm any other team in the NBA, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I would not take on that Gobert contract. I don't
Yeah,
feel comfortable with that, bro. Like he's not that type of first off, he's not that type of guy to be getting that type of money. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care what type of defensive player of the year award you won. Like
yeah,
that's a lot of money, bro. And if I take that on and you come here and you can't even stop, you know what I'm saying? You can't give me no rim protection, like, and you don't fit in with my defensive schemes, and I just wasted my money. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
maybe that's just a Utah thing where he's dominating like that. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I man, if it's I know they're gonna try to trade Gobert, but I don't see any other team taking that on, bro.
Oh, they're gonna take him, bro. Somebody
Man,
gonna take
man, whoever, probably Sacramento, probably Sacramento. They'll take that.
him.
They'll take that,
Houston.
bro.
What if the
Man,
Rockets they throw in Shangoon and uh, trying to do
man.
some for? Yeah, we need the defense. He'll make us one of the best defenses instantly, bro.
But these people gonna lose their damn mind. If they put in gold in the
In a
trade
trade,
package,
they're gonna
bro, they
burn.
go, bro,
They're gonna burn the
man,
world down.
they gonna move
Nah,
to where he from, bro. They,
Turkey. Having that man playing with the Turkish team, but nah, I definitely yeah. I just to me it's a weird situation to be in because the worst thing about them, they aside from Mitchell, they really don't have no like young prospects. See, like
exactly.
the team is old. A lot of their role players are older guys towards the tail end of their careers, seeing their best years. And I love like Bogdanovich. He's a sniper. You've seen that dude kill us multiple times. You feel me? He's been a sniper his whole life. I love your boy. What's his name from Australia? Uh, uh, you know Oh Lord, I'm blanking on his name right. He on the screen right here. But I
It,
love.
that's English, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Joe Ingles. Like I love him. He got swag. He be talking trash, and at some point in his career, he was super cold. But they just can't stay in front of people, man. And even Mike Conley, bro. Mike Conley used to be one of my favorite guards. He was cold in Memphis. Used to bust the Rockets ass all the time. Can't he can't really barely he like a shell of himself right now, and that's the team they throwing out. There's even rumors that their coach is going to be gone at the end of the year. So to me, either I've heard people saying blow the whole thing up and just start from scratch, tank, try to get picks and just see. I mean, that might be an option, but I don't see them doing that because like what you said about their free agency destination thing. Like you don't get a guy like Donovan Mitchell and not try to keep him, bro, because no guys ain't running to Utah, bro, and you might not draft another Donovan Mitchell.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think Donovan Mitchell is a number one option? Do you think he's that caliber of player?
I think he can be, but I think he needs in this NBA in today's NBA that don't even matter, bro. Like you need it's a two man like you need either somebody that can be like one B if you're not one B, or you need somebody that's like a close two, bro. And Gobert's limitations on offense was just too much to overcome for them with the team construction. And that's another piece for it. Even like with the greatness of Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, that's not even enough. You still need a well built team. Like you need to build a team, then have two guys that can like carry the workload, and that's really where they've kind of suffered throughout this whole thing. And um, I don't know, they just need to like burn that thing down and build it back up. You feel
Or
me? I mean,
move the franchise?
Las Vegas, no, I'm
Yeah.
playing, but they had Daniel House playing significant minutes. I knew they was down bad when that was happening, bro.
Ah, come on, no, dude, for the
I
house, for
love
the
House, but
team,
goddamn,
man.
yeah, he for the bench unit, not for the starting, bro. Like if you got House starting, bro, and playing meaningful playoff minutes, bro. Even the Rockets, as bad as we were with the like we didn't have him playing like that, bro.
Hey,
I,
was that our problem though? Maybe we should have
at a
played him
point,
more.
at a point, then he got in the playoffs and we seen what the team was about. Now he was tripping. He was for the house, not for the team. But he was taking them to the house. But yeah, bro. I think on that note, man, we go ahead and wrap this up, man. It was great chopping it up with you, Rock, as always. And for everybody on, make sure y'all boys go to our Chop Shop YouTube page. Go there and click the subscribe button. Go to our Twitter page. Click the follow button. Go to our Instagram. Follow. Hit the link tree. Follow. Go to the site. Read our articles. We got writers. We got people that's making, what I mean, making articles. People that's doing different graphics. We got people that's making videos. We got a lot of exciting things coming up. Follow the Chop Shop for more great Rockets content. And if you don't like what we said, comment, let us know about it. If you vibe with what we said, comment, let us know about it. If you just want to say something, comment, let us know about it. Rock, where can they find you at, my brother?
Bro, you can find me on the timeline, bro. It's lit. Find me on the timeline, bro. On Rockets Twitter. You know what I'm saying? At Rocketti Red. I'ma be on there, bro. Cause I see y'all boys, man. I see y'all boys jacking the swag. I see y'all boys, people still they running off with the drip, you know what I'm saying? But that's all right, bro. We see y'all. We see y'all, bro. I want y'all to know we see y'all, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna steal a line from that boy, from that URL dude, Smack, the little battle rap videos. They always say you can copy the style, but you can't copy respect, bro. Like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, bro, people know what's up. You feel me? So, nah, I appreciate you, bro. You know what I mean? Y'all boys hit me on Twitter at FTank58, apathetic. And with that being said, man, we are out, man.